All right, today we're going to take a look at Floor Plan, Silver Dagger and Silver Coin, and from our Shelf of Shame, Abomination Prometheus, and we are going to take a look at our top 10 gateway games. Let's get started. Okay, everybody, I'm Joey.
And I'm Alex.
And we are ready for another episode of Mainly Games.
Yes, we're excited to be here. We did say last week we were going to do 2, and we did not.
We did not do 2.
No.
But we are going to sneak another one in for you guys, I promise.
Hopefully.
It's funny, we got an email saying, I was really looking forward to 2. And we were like, we were 2.
Yes.
But we didn't. But we're getting this episode out. And we've got a lot of great things to talk about.
We should mention a few things that we mentioned the last podcast. We were going to talk about putting up the Christmas tree. We did.
We put up the Christmas tree far too early.
We did. We were those people. It's fully decorated and on every night. So,
but that is the only Christmas thing that is up at our house.
Yes.
There is still like a Halloween basket of candy.
There is. And there's still pumpkins everywhere too.
Yeah, so it is just a Christmas tree up.
Yep.
It's just there so we can actually watch Christmas movies like Die Hard and not feel bad about it.
That's exactly it. The best Christmas movie ever.
But we did actually watch Hubie Halloween.
We did. That's carried on from last episode too. Good. Yes.
And we did not watch it last year. I think it was a last year movie, right?
It was. I think it was 2020, right?
Yeah, it's Adam Sandler, Julie Bowen.
Who I love. I love her so much.
She's
great.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, 30 minutes in, I thought, this is horrible.
This is going to be the worst movie ever, right? Yes.
Adam Sandler's making that face the whole time. He's like, what are you guys doing? It's like, But then, towards the end, came together.
It rounded itself up really
Very
nicely.
Heartwarming.
Wasn't it? It was such a good movie.
And he always has his same group of people in all of them.
I like how his wife is always in them. Like, she's always a character.
Who's she in this?
She was the reporter, and she was the Harley Quinn girl, the mom with the little girl who was Harley Quinn.
She was.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I recognized her.
Yeah, she's stunning too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she is in that. And then of course you Can Do It and everybody else.
Yeah.
Michael Chiklis. He was a surprise. So it was actually really good. We were impressed.
It was a good movie. Yeah, our daughter liked it too, so that was good.
Yep. Now, we did see Shang Chi.
We did.
We did finally. I know we could have. Everybody said you could wait. It's going to be on Disney Plus in a week or 2.
Yeah.
But we just had to see.
We saw it the last day in theater, and then when I was turning on Disney Plus before this podcast, I noticed there it was free to everyone.
Yeah. Is it really already now?
Yeah, a week later.
Oh, fantastic!
I know.
But we did make the mistake of taking Juliet there.
Yes.
And
Who's
they
5.
do, and they do speak in, I believe it's like Mandarin for a little bit in there.
Yes.
So it is subtitled, which is fine for us.
Yes, because we can read.
Yes. So a 5-year-old that can't read.
Yes.
That was a very rough 20 minutes.
Yeah, she's normally pretty good at sitting still watching a Marvel movie because it's action-based. There's not a lot of heavy dialogue, but this one, woof.
Yeah.
She got a little restless in this one.
She keeps asking, what's happening? What are they saying? What's going on?
Yeah.
And luckily there's, practically no one else in the theater besides us.
Thankfully. We were very lucky.
So it was really good.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
But that was a good movie, though.
It was a very good movie.
It was a good movie. Yeah.
Now, another surprise is we might be seeing some of you at the Dice Tower Retreat over the weekend.
I know. That is a surprise.
Yes, and we did not announce that we were going there last week because as of last week, we were not going to the Dice Tower Retreat.
That is correct.
No, and I got an email from Tom Vassell this week mentioning, hey, if you want to come up and maybe do a trick for the retreat, I'd love to have you. And I thought, well, I've actually got Saturday off, which is rare.
Very rare.
So it is going on right now as we speak, but I've had events today and yesterday. So I am leaving at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Heading up there, and tomorrow night I'll be doing some magic.
Woohoo! It's going to be good. I know what he's doing, and I can tell he's going to be awesome.
Yes, it'll be fun. So I'm actually going there tomorrow. I'll be performing like at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So that'll be good. This is my first Dice Tower retreat.
I know. I hear they're awesome.
I do too.
Lots of board game playing.
Every time I know they sell out quick, and we just never can go.
I know. We actually looked at going on the Dice Tower cruise for 2022, but we already have events that whole time. So we're going to have to be organized for 2023.
It's hard to get away from that.
It is.
We don't really get paid vacations.
No,
doing
we
what
don't.
We do. Love what we do.
Love what we do.
But we don't really get paid vacations.
February is like peak season for us, so it's very hard to get away.
But it was nice because I've been talking to Tom about doing this for, I don't know, 3-4 years. And I said, yeah, whenever we can. And it just got the 2-sentence email. And he kind of was joking, half joking, like, I know you're busy, but I was like, I'm not. I could actually do it.
It actually just works out perfectly.
It's a 2-hour drive, so we're going to do it.
We're there.
So, excellent.
It's going to be great.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun to get up there.
So next podcast, you can tell us all about it.
Yes, I will.
You have to write down what games you played.
Oh, I will do that.
Good.
I will do that. I'm going to play a lot of Monopoly, Scrabble, Jenga. Clue, the staples.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right.
That's awesome.
We are going to review some great pages. Oh, one other thing I was going to say is our review on our YouTube channel of Diner. Mm-hmm. It is funny how many people have contacted me saying they want to play that game.
It's a great game.
Yeah, stop with that.
Sorry.
Because they all think it's so funny how you love the game, and it just gave me anxiety.
Oh, it's chaos.
And everybody's like, I want to play that game because it sounds so stressful. And I honestly get panic attacks thinking about playing that game.
I know. It's so stressful. But it's so much fun, though.
We've played it 3 times since then.
Yes.
Because people are like, we got to do it. After hearing that review, we have to do it. And it is just, it still makes me anxious.
Yeah.
So we're going to end up playing that game again, but it's, oh my goodness. So it's funny how people hear the review and think, I want to do that. Because there's such a divide. You and I usually see eye to eye on reviews.
Yeah.
That one we did not.
No.
But
I love that game. I love that game. I hope that maybe someone at Dice Tower Treat will come up to you and say, hey, let's play Diner. Haha.
Oh, that would be terrible.
No, I'm just kidding. I know. Wait for me. Wait till I can get there. Play with me.
Oh, great. All right. So, So let's first talk about the first game on our list.
And
that is one we picked up at Gen Con this year.
Yes.
It is Floor Plan.
I love the story about why you picked it up at Gen Con this year, by the way, because I saw you standing at a booth talking, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Then I see the credit card coming out. I'm like, oh, he's going to buy something. Wonder what it is. And then you told me why you bought this game, which was because
they're coming out with an edition, or I guess an expansion or a re-release of it for the Winchester House.
Yes.
So for you that don't know, Floor Plan is a roll and a write.
It is.
And an actual roll and a write, similar to Welcome To. Mm-hmm. And again, it says on the side, the 1 to 100, which I've always liked. The Welcome To says you can play at 1 to 100. Which, fun fact, apparently, Tiny Town, same way. AEG Big Game Night, they showed that. Anyway, so this is 1 to 100. And pretty much what you have is you've got a grid in front of you, and you have got to make a house.
Yes.
So not like Welcome To where you buy a house. This is where you actually create, and you're an architect for a house.
Yes.
So if you roll, say you roll a
3 and a 4.
A 3 and a 4. Then you're going to make a 3x4 house.
Room.
And a room in there.
Yeah.
So a 3 would be a bedroom, and a 4 is a kitchen. So you get to call it a bedroom or a kitchen.
Yeah.
So your 3x4 could be a bedroom or a kitchen. Or with a 3 or a 4, a 3 means you could put 3 windows in, and a 4 means you could put 4 furnishings in. So you can either choose to go ahead and make a room or make things inside of it like doors, windows, things like that.
Yeah.
And you're trying to accomplish objectives because you're going to have 3 cards out. One is a designer, one is a build, and one is a layout. And each one, they might tell you need a jacuzzi, you need a tree with stones around it, different things like that. So
you need a pool that is a particular size.
Right. Everyone is going to try to make their own house according to those specifications, and you're going to get points depending on what you decide to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, the harder ones are more points, and the ones that are easier are less points. Now, you can only accumulate so many goals, so you have to take that into account because you don't want to get all of the lower points when someone else might get one of the 11 points and you get 3 of the 4 points to fill up those spots. So there we go. It's really fun. And what did you think of the game?
I realize I really like roll and write games.
Yeah, I do too.
I really like them. I have realized something. I'm always playing it, and in the middle of it, I'm like, yeah, I'm killing it. I'm going to win. And then, it comes time to calculate the points, and I kind of did average. Well, there you go. That was, fun. I don't do terribly, but I don't kill it like I think I am. Which is kind of fun. I really liked this game. The first time I played it, I did not realize that you can get those objectives multiple times. So, for example, if one of the objectives says you need to make a bedroom that's connected to a bathroom that has 3 doors, you can make multiple bedrooms connected to bathrooms with 3 doors or whatever it is. You just don't have to get that objective once. The first time I made that mistake, and so that was my fault because I don't think I listened to the instructions. That I'm willing to admit that. But once I played it several times since then, and I figured that out, and that does help. You work on trying to get those 11-point objectives several times because you're going to get more points.
Right.
So I like that. I sometimes think I get a little bit too ahead of myself because when you do get the objectives, you write it down the bottom in the little area.
Yep.
And then at the bottom of that, you get like a bonus thing for getting that objective. Right.
The bonuses are good. Like you can change a die to any number.
Yes. And so sometimes I don't think I use those as well as I should either. That's just something that comes from playing the game many times. But I do like this game. It's one of those things that you do have to play with people that you know are trustworthy and not cheating, you know.
That's pretty much any roll and write.
That is exactly. You do have to make, you know.
Now, this is
definitely
always going to be compared to Welcome to.
Yes.
And I don't know which one I like better, to be honest.
No, me neither.
This seems to be a bit, I don't want to say simpler, because I think it's easier to teach than Welcome to.
Yep, I would see that. Because the first time we were teaching Welcome to, we had people halfway through going, what on earth is happening?
Right.
Why, the floor plan, we didn't have anyone say that. Once you built the first room, they were like, oh, this makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, I've got you. Let's go on.
And it's short.
Yes. Welcome to, you had people like, you know, halfway through the game, even towards the end of the game going, I have no idea what's happening. I'm just doing something.
This seems shorter than Welcome to.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Yes.
And every time we played it at least twice, because the first time people kind of get their bearings, and the second time they want to go ahead
they want to go back and do it again.
They know what it is. And
try a strategy. Yeah.
One thing I heard that somebody said is that they said this is going to be funny because you're going to laugh at people's houses, and I'm like, you're not going to laugh at people's houses. You end up laughing at people's houses because it's like, oh wow, you've got like 4 jacuzzis and no kitchen, no bedroom,
no, you have no doors to that bathroom.
It's like, and then like you'll have like a bedroom that's like 1 square wide.
Yes.
And then you have a walk-in closet that's like the size of the living room.
Yes.
You know, because you have to meet that objective.
Yes.
And you put weird things, and then you have rooms that have no doors getting into them.
Yes.
So that is why this really fits itself to a Winchester House expansion.
I know. I'm excited for that expansion. I don't know when that's coming out, but
I don't either.
Yeah.
That is exactly what this lady did. So this really fits itself to that. So I'm really excited about seeing that. And Floor Plan, it's not rated as high on BGG, but I like them both. I don't know which one I like more, but I think this one might hit the table more because it's a bit easier to teach. Yeah,
I think so. And it's quicker too, so you can, play it either more times or play other stuff too, rather than Welcome to, you just kind of can just play that one. Yeah.
Oh, apparently it has come out 2022, the Floor Plan, the Winchester Mystery House.
Ooh, well, that's a must buy.
That is a definite must buy.
Definitely. That's going to be good. Yeah.
Okay, so that is Floor Plan. That is recommended. I think you guys will like it. So check it out from Deepwater Games. If you like Welcome to, then it's a must get. And if you like Roll and Rights, it's a must get.
It's a must get.
I mean, get some of these, laminate them, and this game you could easily solo as well, I think. I think you told me the first time you played it, didn't you solo it the first time? I soloed it, yeah. Just to make sure I learn it. I like to solo a game before I teach it. Yeah. And a friend of ours, Dana, I think he soloed this as well. Yeah. And he did enjoy it. So this is very, I do like this game. Oh, I think it's a great game. So I really like it. Definitely. Yeah, right. Fun game. So now we're going to look at a series of games. We'll look at 2 of them in the series, and that is the Silver series. Yes. This is Silver, Dagger, and Silver Coin are the 2 we're going to look at. There is Silver, Silver Bullet, Silver Coin, and Silver Dagger. Now, these are card games, and the way this pretty much does, the way it works, it's a card game, and you play with your cards face down, and all the numbers have values. Yes. So then you're going to call for a vote at a certain time, and you want to have the lowest value cards. And pretty much what happens is you want to get rid of your higher value cards, switch them out for your lower value cards. But every card has a different ability. Yeah. Like you can give someone else a card or take a card unless there's one guardian card. If he's face up, then he's guarding the cards and you can't swap them out. So it's really fun. It's the player interaction is really fun in this. Yeah. And they're easy games, and I bought these at a whim. On a whim at Gen Con. I was going to say they're by Bezier Games. Yes. I think I said that right. Bezier Games. Bezier Games. No, Bezier. Okay. I said Be. Let's say Bezier Games. Okay, let's call it what it is. Yeah. Okay, there we go. From Bezier Games. So, okay. No, it was last day, I believe. I think I was with Kyle and Tori. We just sat to play the normal Silver Gen Con, right? At Gen Con. Yeah. And I liked it. So they ended up picking up Coin, and we ended up picking up Dagger. Yeah. And I kind of wish I would have picked up Coin before we played both of them. Yes. Because Coin is a bit more of just you play the game. Dagger is a bit more cutthroat.
I was going to say, I loved how aggressive Dagger was.
I did too. And normally I don't like a lot of take that.
No. But I didn't feel like it was very, you know how sometimes you feel like it's always directed at one person?
Right.
And that one person then can kind of feels a little, what's what I'm looking for, like victimized or something like that?
Yes.
I didn't feel like that at all in this game. I don't feel like that. I don't know. Maybe we just know how to play take that games where, you know, we don't do that. But I didn't feel like that. I liked how you could be aggressive, but yet you weren't necessarily picking on the same person every time.
No, and it wasn't. I think it was aggressive,
Yeah.
except it didn't feel aggressive. I just think there's more player interaction with this one over Silver Coin.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
Silver Coin hasn't gotten as many plays, but I do want to kind of run through that again to see if I like it. But
I
so
like
far,
the cards better in Silver Dagger than Silver Coins.
I do too.
I was going to say the coins that I really liked was the Zero card, which I cannot remember what it's called.
Oh, that was.
But the Zero card, the Debt Collector, is that what it was called?
Yes.
The Collector, something like that, right? That card in Silver Dagger is great, while the Zero coin in Silver Coin wasn't as powerful.
Right.
Because I got the Zero coin when we played Silver Coin. I was like, oh, fantastic. I'm not going to let this one go. So the whole game, I'm trying to hoard it. And then when it came around and everything, it kind of gave me nothing. Why, if I had that in Silver Dagger, it would have actually done something beneficial. So
Right.
I also liked how they had that divided by 2 card in Silver Dagger, where they did not have that in Silver Coin.
Yeah.
That
I feel
really
like
helped.
It's the later iteration of it.
Yeah.
So I think they added a lot of things, and
That was
I
a
think
good
it
add.
plays
I
a lot
like
better.
that. Yes.
I haven't played Silver Bullet. I
No.
know that's got a bit of a werewolf twist.
Yes.
So I want to try that one. But
Yeah.
so far, Silver Dagger. So if you are looking for this is a small footprint game, and it plays for 4 people.
Yeah.
And I would definitely recommend it, and I would recommend Silver Dagger. And if you're
Yes.
afraid of take that, don't worry. It's not too much take that. It's actually play interaction.
Yes.
Which is good because you want to
Yeah.
do that. Otherwise, you're just, I like player interaction. in
Me
my
too.
games.
Yeah, me too. I'm okay
So,
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
Yes.
Silver Dagger, and I'd recommend picking that
Oh,
up. picking that up.
absolutely. Me too.
It's about $20.
Yep. Good game.
Then finally, we are getting something off of our shelf of shame.
Woohoo. Look at us.
This is a game I've been wanting to get off for a while.
Yes.
And we did play it back during the Halloween season, but we wanted to give it a couple more plays
Yeah.
before we talk about it. And
Yeah.
that game is Abomination.
Yes.
And that we bought new. I mean, we bought when it just came out, excited about it. And then the reviews were rough.
Yeah.
I mean, the game was really too long in the tooth. It was way too long. The reviews were so mixed, more negative than positive, because the game overstayed its welcome.
Yeah.
Now, what's good and bad about this is the designer and it's Plaid Hat Games.
Yep.
Is who produced it. And
Published
they took
it.
note. And they published it, and they went ahead and released some rules to shorten the game.
Yep.
Now, the way this works is Abomination is the game. They came up with an Igor variant, and that
Yep.
is the official variant.
Yes.
The Igor variant, and that is how to make it shorter. However, the Prometheus variant, that is the one that the designer prefers. Now, it's not the official one through Plaid Hat. This is where it gets confusing. It's not official through Plaid Hat because Plaid Hat wanted to use Igor, because with Igor, there's nothing else you need to print.
Okay.
Right? So Igor, you can use everything in the box
Yes.
and just play this Igor variant.
Okay.
But the designer wanted to go ahead and do this Prometheus.
Yeah.
So there's a couple small things you need to print. Nothing, not a lot. I think
No.
there's probably, it's 2 sheets and that's it. You
Per
cut them
player,
out.
right?
I think it's total because you
okay.
can divide them up.
Oh, yeah, that
so
makes
there's not a
sense.
lot going on.
Yeah.
But this was the one the designer really wanted to do. It's sanctioned. It's just not official.
I understand.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about the Abomination Prometheus.
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
I've got to say, I loved it.
Me too. I don't know if
It's-
it's because I'm biased and I love everything Frankenstein, but this is a great game.
You would not have loved the original way to do it because the
Okay.
original way was just everything we did, but it just is slowed to a crawl.
Ugh. Yeah, no, I
And,
would not have liked
I
that
mean,
at
there-
all.
instead of 4 phases, there are 5, and you have to flip, and it's just there was a lot going on with
Yeah,
that.
there was a lot going on.
This is streamlined.
Yes.
I would love to see this re-released. I would love to see them release an update pack, a Prometheus update pack.
Yeah.
So if you guys are listening, you know what? Let's get that update pack
Yeah.
out there. $15, $10, whatever you want to charge.
I'd pay $30 for an update pack.
Get up there because it's really...
It's a great game.
It's a great game.
Yes. We've played this several times.
Right.
The first time we were playing it, just the three of us. And then Misty, who's in our gaming group, came in late and she watched us play and she's like, I love this game. And so then the second time she actually played it too.
Yep.
And she was like, this is a great game. So.
And it feels short enough. I don't know how long. I think it was maybe 90 minutes. I think we finished an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, as opposed to 3 hours, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, I was going to say on BGG is 90 to 180 minutes.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah. There's I don't know how to get through Prometheus itself in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Abomination, but this you can easily get done in 90 minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's really fun. There's one pet peeve that I did not like about this is we ran out of cubes a couple times.
Yes, we did.
So we do have those little centimeter cubes. So if you guys don't have those in your game room, you need to go look them up on Amazon or wherever. They're called centimeter cubes. I guess they're learning centimeters. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. But so
that is what you use in elementary school and where you learn centimeters and meters.
Or we do inches here.
I know. But yeah. It brings back the childhood memories. You brought them out. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, there are two types of countries. The ones that use a metric system and the ones that have landed on the moon.
There you go. Ba-boom.
No. But anyway,
yes.
so centimeters. So these centimeter cubes. So we had to go out and get those a couple times because we ran out of red, ran out of white. And I'm just thinking, look. You're 4 players.
Yeah.
You know there's a max number of red cubes each person could have. And I'm not talking minis. I'm not talking, come on, I'm not talking all this. I'm talking cubes.
Yeah.
Just provide enough cubes for everybody.
That was a big thing. Cubes. I ran out a few times and then I forgot that at the end of the round when people put the cubes back, I had to get some. So I think towards the end I had kind of like shot myself in the foot a little bit because I was like, I couldn't afford something, but I might have been able to if I had kept track of my cubes better. Yeah. Which I was like, oh.
It's pretty funny. I was like the third person to run out of cubes.
Yes.
Like you ran out of cubes, Jacob ran out of cubes. And at those points, everybody's just like, well, I guess we just you can't get any cubes when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And I ran out of cubes, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go get some cubes. So I brought back some cubes. And Jacob's like, oh, so when you run out of cubes, you're going to go ahead. I'm like, look, I'm going to fix the problem because I need my bone.
Yeah.
So that's where we fixed it. But so I just think that's one thing. They got to just put enough cubes in there.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's a very small thing.
But still a great game. I also liked we played with the different characters too.
Yes.
Like I played the most recent time we played, I played with the psychopath who is awesome. I want that guy every
Pretty
time.
much the psychopath does not lose any humanity because with Abomination you can get your bodies from where they're hung in the middle of the square. You can get them from the morgue.
Yeah.
Or you could also just kill him.
Yep.
And the psychopath doesn't lose any humanity, so he can just kill him.
Just kill as many people as you want. Yeah. That was kind of nice.
It was. Yeah. Now, it is funny. One of the hardest things with games is when you're learning a game or someone's teaching you a game, before they kind of give you the rules, they say, hey, okay, pick a character. And you're picking a character and you have no idea what goes on in the game.
Yes.
So it does not matter. So a couple rounds in, you're always like, I should not have picked this person.
Yeah.
Or I'm not using this person. So that's the first time at Abomination I felt that way. And the second time and third time I kind of picked who I liked. So, so Abomination Prometheus, it's funny how I can give this an extremely positive recommendation.
Absolutely. I would definitely recommend Abomination, but I did not realize until I remember you telling us when we were playing it that it wasn't like the official Abomination, but I couldn't remember the whole story.
Yeah.
But now you've got to clarify it's Prometheus.
Yes. So I would definitely grab Abomination and print off Prometheus, and you're going to love the game. If you love anything horror themed, Frankenstein themed, worker placement, it's a fun, unique aspect, and be able to just flip those body parts and activate them and make it alive. I mean, come on, it's fantastic.
It is very awesome.
And this is not one that's going to be tied to Halloween for us. This, I think, is going to make it throughout the rest of the year.
I can see us playing this again soon. Even though it's Christmas.
I want to play it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
the tree's up and we're going to go kill some buddies.
For Christmas, we might stick a Santa hat on him or something, right?
Something jolly.
I mean, come on. Yes. It's just that we got to do it.
You have to.
Yeah. All right. So that is Abomination Prometheus.
Oh, so we have to say, because it's from Shelf with Shame, what is it going to storage? Are we selling it or is it shelf?
Oh, it's a shelf.
Oh, definitely a shelf.
It's a shelf. Yeah. That might actually move. I don't know if it'll move here in the game room or not.
Well, at the moment, it was shoved at the bottom of one of the game shelves. I think it will go to a more prominent spot for sure.
It will.
Yeah.
And it definitely will. And I'm probably going to laminate those extra little pieces.
Oh, good. I was hoping you would do that.
Because we did not laminate them. We just printed them off on draft.
Make them look, make them look nice.
We're going to make them look, and they're pretty much just overlays that take away a certain part of the board. So I think we're gonna do that but it's definitely in the shelf for me. It's
absolutely, definitely,
it's highly ranked.
Yeah.
So all right, so that is shelf for both of us.
Yes.
All right, so now our top 10 list.
Yeah.
And today we are gonna do top 10 gateway games.
And we should clarify what we mean by gateway games.
Yeah, gateway games. That was one of those. What do you think of as a gateway? Well, do me tell you what I think of first. Or do you want to go?
I'll go first. Okay.
All right.
When I was making this list, I was thinking of games that you want to play with people who they've come over for a few party game nights and stuff like that, and they know that you have these other game nights where you play games that are not party games. So they're games that you're going to play with people that, they've never played a board game before in their life, except for like Telestrations or something, but they want to play something a little meatier, a little heavier. So they don't want to play party games, they want to play something else. That is what I thought a gateway game is. Can I tell you this whole time that I have been talking about what I think gateway games is? Joey has got up from his seat, right? Then he tried to get his water bottle out, and now he just dropped water all over the floor. He tried to get his water bottle out of the cup holder, but while doing that, he pulled the bottom of the cup holder out at the same time. It was just like chaos on the other side of the table as I'm trying to explain this. That was kind of fun.
Okay, so that was.
Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, that was the most. That was the least graceful thing I've ever done in my life. By the way.
Oh, that was kind of fun.
I mean, we've got a game topper, so I thought I will silently refill my water and try to pull out the whole cup holder with me. I was spilling water, and it's everywhere. And she just keeps talking. I'm like, oh, just keep talking.
It was like, should I stop? Should I not?
So okay,
awkward.
So
okay.
I agree.
Okay, do you really?
Everything you said.
Yeah, okay. Did I explain it well enough what I'm trying to convey? Like, sometimes I can ramble.
You did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because for me, it's gateway games almost want to be put in the same thing as starter games or non-gamer games.
Yeah.
And I tried I would catch myself doing that.
Yeah.
Here, but then I tried to back up. Sometimes some of those snuck through, I think, on my list. But I don't want to do that because a non-gamer game is one of those that you just want to play. Anyone would like those. But these are more that I want to play these easier games, but also gauge the person while I play it to know, okay, they're going to like this, or they're not going to like this. Yeah. But these are games that I believe most people will like.
Yes.
But then through that,
and they're still great, decent board games in their own right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So through that, I can also see what they're going to like and what they're going to get.
We can gauge, that they like this, or they're the type of person who's going to cry every time you play Silver Dagger with them. So don't play Silver Dagger with them. All that kind of stuff. Right. For example,
Does Silver Dagger make your list?
No.
Okay. I was like, wow, that was quick.
No.
Okay, so number 10. Why don't you give number 10?
All right, my number 10 is gizmos. I like gizmos. I like the marbles and all of that. And I thought it's a good kind of game. It's a little meatier, but yet it's still pretty. You can, once you know what the steps you have to follow, you can follow those steps. So if you can't follow those steps of gizmos, you're pretty much not going to be able to follow anything heavier than that.
That's a good pick. Did not even think of gizmos, and I don't know why.
We were walking around the house today while Juliet was asleep, just making games for this list. And I saw gizmos, and I was like, hey, that's going on my list.
I guess that is a really good one because that's one of those mechanics that you would not even know to explain to someone. Engine building.
Engine building. Thank you. That's what it is. Yes.
So it's just, and it also looks really good on the table with all those
people like
marbles.
it. It looks good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's see, that's really nice.
Thank you.
So
Gizmos, when I first mentioned gizmos, he gave me a look like, what are you doing? And I was like, I said the wrong thing. But no. Okay, good.
That's
all right.
really good.
Thank you. What's your number 10?
My number 10 is Ticket to Ride New York.
Okay.
Now, I was going to put Ticket to Ride, but I went ahead and subbed in New York with this.
I like New York better.
Because I like, if I'm playing with gamers or whatever, I'll play something longer, and Ticket to Ride I like. But New York is short enough where you kind of get the same feeling from
Yep.
it. It's almost too short.
Yep.
However, you can kind of gauge the person
Yep.
how they like board
Yep.
games. Because our cousins, actually, that was the first one we got them into playing
Mm-hmm.
and to see if they liked it. And our she did. I don't think he was crazy about it. But
Yep.
we could kind of then feel, that for me is kind of feeling
Yep.
how far they want to go down the rabbit hole
Yep,
of board
yep.
gaming.
Yep.
You know, because Ticket to Ride, of course, is a good game. We all know that is a great
Yep.
it's hard to say non-gamer, beginner gamer game.
Yep.
And Ticket to Ride New York kind of simplifies even that.
Yep. I was going to put that on my honorable mention, but I forgot to do that. So,
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned that. That's a good one.
Ticket to Ride New York, and only New York because it is shorter.
Yep.
And you can just kind of get out of it quicker.
I was going to say, we were once had a game night where we had multiple tables set up and lots of kind of these like gateway games being played.
Right.
At one point. And I remember Ticket to Ride New York came out and we were setting it up and someone saw it and they were like, yeah, I'm not going to play that. And I was like, okay, that was their limit. You know,
Right.
we had to go back to something a little bit more. So it is good to be able to gauge that, you know,
But they ended up playing it, right?
I think they watched it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then
I think maybe they might have played a round or two later on because it is quick. You can then play multiple rounds of it.
Right.
So they might have done that. But I remember the first couple of rounds, I was like, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's my number 10. Ticket
Okay.
to Ride New York.
All right. My number 9 is King of Tokyo.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I realize I have them in kind of an order, but yet there's not really much of an order. Like they don't have a lot. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of all jumble these together.
They all kind of jumble together in my top kind of games that I would do for gateway games. But King of Tokyo, I really like this game. We have a good story of playing this game during a hurricane a few years ago when we had no power.
Yes.
And that was a fun time. But that was I think this is a good gateway game too.
Yeah, now I'm not going to talk much about this game because
Okay.
it might be on my list later.
Okay, fair enough. I'll
But just to
stop
tell you
talking.
this story, the church was used as a shelter during Hurricane Irma.
Yeah.
And
in
there was
2019, right?
I believe so. There was
Yeah.
one girl in particular.
17.
She was very anxious. She
Yes.
was very nervous. I mean, it
Yes.
is a category. What was that?
It was
that
a
cat?
5.
That was a cat 5.
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, it was their first hurricane. I don't know. It wasn't her first hurricane, but it was a big one.
And the news
So-
had freaked us out that we were all going to lose our homes.
Yeah.
So, you know, at this point, we thought we were going to wake up the next morning and have nothing.
So if you haven't been through a hurricane, it
Yes.
is one of those, it's exhilarating because you're watching the news and as you're in a shelter or wherever you are, you're seeing it. You're seeing it get closer and closer. And every news everywhere in the U.S. is following it.
Yeah.
And you see it get closer. And there's that moment where you're seeing the news, you're hearing the wind, and you will lose power.
Yeah.
And then it's done.
Yeah.
And then you just wait because
Yeah.
then the hurricane's over you and you just have a couple hours and then hopefully you can get through it. And that's pretty much what it is. So that's where we were. We were in a
Yeah.
church and she was very anxious, but we thought, you know what we're going to do is we are going to start King of Tokyo.
Yeah.
And we had a group of people. We started playing King of Tokyo and she got into it. She was in Tokyo. She was out playing 2, 3, 4 times. Then the power went out because there's a King of Tokyo table where she is at and another King of Tokyo table. And then everybody else to watch the TV. Then the power went out. The TV went out. The hurricane is now full force hitting us. She got up, did not freak out, went to get a lantern,
Yep.
set it down in the middle of the table.
Yep.
So they can continue to play King of Tokyo.
Yep.
And they continued to play through the entire storm.
They did. I think they
And-
played like 8 or 9 hours straight, right?
Oh, and as the storm
Yeah,
passed,
yes.
they then moved into the hallway because we had probably 80 people in sleeping bags in the main sanctuary.
Yeah.
And they just went in the hallway, kept playing.
Yeah.
And it kind of like King of Tokyo got her through that.
It got a lot of people through the hurricane.
It
was
really
really
did.
nice. And it was nice because we had several copies of King of Tokyo too on different
Yep.
tables. So people you've got no power. So people would come and jump in, jump out, and it got the shelter through the hurricane. It was so great. People still talk about that. So
They do. And we
yeah.
might actually put that picture up on
Yeah.
our Facebook page or our Instagram that we do talk about. It's the picture of us right there of them playing it by lantern light.
Yep.
You know. So anyway, so
Yeah.
that's King of Tokyo.
Okay.
So all right. So my number 9.
Okay.
Is One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Ooh, I hadn't thought about that one. Yeah.
You know, I was not going to put this on here, but I am only because it is. It is a social deduction style game, and to see if people like to go onto larger werewolf or go up to another type of social deduction game.
Yep.
Like if they like this one night, because it's short. One Night Ultimate Werewolf pretty much takes a lot of the best parts of werewolf and simplifies it. I almost said dumbs it down, but it does simplify it. So by playing this game, you can kind of see how far down that rabbit hole you want to go.
Yep.
And that's One Night. And of course, there are a lot of One Nights, but One Night Ultimate Werewolf is probably my favorite.
Yep.
So that's my number 9.
All right, my number 8 is Marvel United.
That was on my short list.
Okay, yes.
I did not put it on there.
I like Marvel United because I feel like right now there's a huge, trend towards Marvel superheroes and villains and stuff like that. So I feel like it's something that most people know about, and we play with our 5-year-old. So that kind of we do most of the heavy lifting for her, but we do play it with her, and she loves that game. So I just think it's just a great game because it's co-op too. You can, if you need to pull someone through a little bit, you can. But if they want to take it over and do it themselves, they can do that too. You can kind of gauge it a lot from that.
I agree. It's one of those that I mean, really, I can't think of anyone that has not liked it.
No.
It's a very simple game, co-op, you can all work together, and that's a good way to see if they
Your mom
like
plays it with Juliet when they're over there, but Juliet's rules.
Yeah,
and she even likes that too.
Yeah,
so,
she
if she
taught
likes Juliet's
the
rules, then,
then she probably like the real thing.
she would love it. So
Yes.
we need to play with her.
And you do need to get expansions because
Yes.
that one, as you buy it, will probably run. You'll run out of things to do if you play the same people over and over. But again, that's a good one. Marvel United.
Okay, what's your number?
My number 8 is Catan.
Oh, I don't have that on my list.
Just because it's a very classic style game, and because we have the 3D printed, painted.
We do.
Just it looks really
That was our COVID
nice.
project, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And honestly, Catan is one of those. I haven't played it in forever.
No, me neither. I've not played it in a very long time.
No, but it is one of those that if you want to get someone into gaming, it looks good on the table when you have that 3D printed one. It's resource management. It's a fun game. And a lot of people have known about this game.
They've heard of that game.
They've heard of it and they want to play
They've
it.
seen it at Target or wherever.
In their mind, it's kind of the forefront of the gaming world.
Yep.
So they're like, oh, yeah, you play hard games like Catan? And you're like, yeah. But then they'll play that and you can kind of see how they play it and stuff.
Okay.
So that's my Catan. Not much to say about that. Everyone knows it. If you don't know Catan, no Catan. There we go. All right.
Okay. My number, we're up to 7, right?
Yep.
Number 7, I have Horrified.
Really?
Yes. I do have horror. I love monsters.
Okay.
Most people come to our house to play games know we love monsters. So I felt like that was a good game we can just play, with people. It's co-op once again too, so you can help people through it and work together if you need to. Or if you want people to just do their own little thing, they can do their own little thing too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Horrified.
Yeah.
Okay. And Horrified, not American Monsters.
The original, which is a whole thing we'll talk about later.
Okay. Horrified. All right. Yeah. I like that. I like the idea. Again, it's co-op, easy to teach.
Yeah.
That's, Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Now, my number 7 is Welcome To. Or I might even put Floor Plan over there. I don't know which of those two I would go.
I have Welcome To on my list, by the way, later on.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. And I took a gamble putting it on there, but and after the first part of this podcast, I was going to say it'd either be Welcome To or Floor Plan. So
it is because it's a roll and write, and people do not know what the roll and write. And I laughed a bit because we were doing a game night we got a gaming group together, about 30 or 40 people that were trying to get to game at our church. And then, so we're doing Welcome To in a certain area. We'd all played it before at our house during games, and they're playing another game. Then a guy walks over and goes, "You guys taking an essay?" Or
yeah, we're all there with pencils.
We're all sitting there with pencils and erasing and stuff, and it looked like the least fun game in the world. When you walk up, you're like, "Is this you guys gonna be done, or are those due today?"
In that particular scenario, too, they were playing a game on the other side of the church, and they said they would be like 20 minutes, right? And we're like, we can do a speed round of Welcome To.
That's it.
So we were doing the quickest round, or quickest game of Welcome To, because we had all just played it like the night before, so we all were fresh with it. So we were like, bam, let's just go.
Which
and
was
we're like,
really,
woo!
which was really fun because you end up making so many mistakes.
Yes.
And it's like your score is not good
No, we
at
had
all.
very low scores that game. And, you're like, oh, crap, I should have done this last turn, but I wasn't thinking. You're like, well, too late. You can't go back now. Like, it was just like, move. It was so crazy.
It reminds me, I used to go bowling with a couple of friends, and we used to rent the lane for the hour. And they would give you a 10-minute, it would like turn red in 10 minutes, right? You have 10 minutes to go. We'd switch into speed bowl. 'Cause up until then, we're like really like trying to bowl, but then it turned into speed bowl.
Yeah.
And you just run and throw them, run
Yes,
and throw them, run.
yes.
And it's just, that's what that was at Welcome to.
That
just
was
go.
crazy.
So it was real, but they had just left Telestrations, one of those fun party games. And then watching into this, and it's just, it looks like it's like a funeral.
Yeah.
You're sitting there working on it.
Yeah.
But, okay, so welcome
to.
Or
Full
Floor Plan.
Yeah.
Is my number 7.
Okay. My number 6, I just changed this actually because I can't believe.
I heard you typing. Cheater.
I know. Sorry. My number 6 is Smash Up.
Smash Up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I love Smash Up. I don't play it enough for the amount of love I have for that game. I love this game. I always think it's super easy to play, but then you play it with people and they're like, yep, I'm out. And I'm like, oh, yep, forgot. But this is one of those games too. You can figure out where people's limit is.
See, I am torn on whether Smash Up would be on my list for this.
Okay.
On one, I think it's too difficult for people to grasp because a lot of the different factions they're weird. There's a lot of weird things they can do. But on the other side, it is really enticing when you can tell them what they can do.
Yeah.
When they can be ninja grandmas.
Yeah.
They can be cowboy dinosaurs.
Whatever they want to be.
Things like that. When you
they can be princess zombies.
Right.
Yeah.
You explain this to them, they're going to want to jump in both feet.
Yeah.
So I'm torn. I think, I don't know. I agree with you, though. I think it's one of those that you could easily gauge.
And I feel like you
can.
can you can gauge people's gamehood on Smash Up. Like if they don't like Smash Up, then you're like, okay, that rules out a whole bunch of stuff they're not going to like.
Yeah.
Well, if they like that Smash Up thing, or if you have to kind of pull them through Smash Up, then you're going to be like, okay, let's start doing this.
See, it's funny we're talking about how we feel it's very rule heavy when it's not. When you compare it to, Prometheus we talked about, things like that.
Yes.
But it is as far as these gateway to get people to do it. But I think by the second or third round, they are kind of clicky. But that's a very interesting one.
Yeah.
I like that. All right.
Okay.
So my number 6, I put a slash. I cheated on this.
Okay.
My number 6 is Clank or Star Realms.
Really?
Yeah, and that's to teach them deck building. I was trying to figure out the best deck builder that
We have not played Star Realms in forever, by the way.
No. Or Hero Realms, I guess. It goes in there as well.
Yeah.
I would almost say Clank because it is combining kind of that push your luck dungeon crawl with
and you've got
deck
minis
building.
too. People, I think,
yes.
like...
Well, in Legacy, you've got minis.
Okay, yeah, good point.
But, so I do like... Probably push Clank, and that's and we have pushed Clank into that. So that's probably my number 6. And Star Realms is just pure deck building. And it's nice because it's a small box and it's not intimidating on the table.
Yeah.
Because to teach someone a deck builder, it's confusing to them at first when they're like, okay, I buy this card, but now I have to get rid of it.
Yeah, I can't use it
Why
right
do
away.
I put it directly in my discard? I just bought the card. I want to use it.
Yes.
And you're like, you don't understand. This makes your deck more powerful when you shuffle it and bring it back up.
Yeah.
So when you explain that to them, I think
we were playing Clank the other day with someone, and I noticed they're new to board games, and I noticed that they thought that when they bought a card, they could use that power.
Right.
And it wasn't until we had to kind of like guide them to realize that and then they're like, oh, okay.
It makes sense.
It does make sense, but it's not a concept that non-gamers realize.
Yep.
So yeah, you do have to kind of work on that. Yep.
Okay, so that is my number 6 is Clank / Star Realms / Hero Realms.
My number 5 is Welcome to. So we've already talked about it.
Okay.
So
do you like that game?
I don't know. What did I say earlier? Yeah, no. I do. I like that game.
5 is Welcome to. Wow, you've got it higher. I agree with that. All right, my number 5, Zombie Side.
Okay.
Yep. I know it's Ameritrash. I know it's like it's...
Well, this
Dungeon
rolls in.
Crawl.
It's my number 4, which I'll be talking about next, so I can talk about it now.
Good. All right, that is one that, and we say this because we have gotten so many friends into gaming because of Zombie Side.
Yes.
I mean, we've got it's crazy the amount of people we've gotten into the gaming hobby because of Zombicide.
Sometimes Zombicide is the first board game they've ever played.
Yep.
And then they're like, hey, that board game thing that Joey and Alex do, that's actually really fun.
Yeah, exactly. We've heard them tell other people it looks complicated on the board because we put up the walls, we do everything. But when you're going to it, it's just exciting.
Yeah,
it
looks good,
exhilarating. It's just really fun. And there's a lot of other games that we prefer over Zombicide.
Yeah.
However, if we're going to play something new and get someone into it, that is a perfect way to do it.
It's the perfect way to do it. I love Zombicide.
I do too.
I think it's a great game, and it's co-op too. So you can find out what people like, and you can help them through.
Yeah, I mean, and you can also. You can alpha game it very easily, but you can also help.
Yes, that's what I mean.
And it's very simple. We have player age printed out for these.
Yes, and sometimes we've played it where we've had 6 people who we're playing with, and we'll be like the 7th person kind of like there to hand zombies and kind of be like the guide, the rule person kind of thing. Then we've had other times where we've played it with people, and we start to set it up and explain it. They're like, oh, that's too many rules for us. So we're like, okay.
That's exactly.
Take a step back. We're going to go play, let's go do King of Tokyo.
Yeah. That was one couple we did play with. We played very simple games, telestrations. We played Splendor, things like that. And we started going through this, and they just like that. This too many rules.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not though, is it? So it's like that. That's how we knew. Yeah. And now we don't introduce them to anything.
Now we know
their level.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
So Zombicide is a great one.
That is a great one.
That's my number 5.
Okay, that was my number 4.
My number 4 is King of Tokyo Dark Edition.
Okay.
And I put Dark Edition on only because I'm on that kick right now.
I know. I put King of Tokyo, and I wasn't sure whether I should put Dark or not on it, but I just put King of Tokyo because
I like the Dark,
talk about that.
Dark Edition, the Wicked track. I think.
Me too. I like Duck way better.
Yeah. So Dark Edition is probably the only way I will play King of Tokyo going forward.
And seeing we're having a bit of a storage crisis with all our board games, probably the other King of Tokyo will probably have to...
No, because I've got so many other monsters in there.
Okay, good point.
I've collected them from everywhere, and I 3D printed everything.
That's right. The box does look lovely.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Can't get rid of that.
Okay.
All right. I did ditch King of New York though. That's gone.
Oh, good. Okay. Good.
That's gone.
All right.
But all right. So King of Tokyo Dark Edition. That is number 4.
Okay.
All right.
My number 3 is Awkward Guests.
Wow, see, it was almost on my list. I have it under honorable mentions. Man, so that is on your list.
That is on my list. I think this is a great game.
Okay.
It's one where you are having people work by themselves.
Yes.
So if you can't trust them, you do have a problem.
You have a trust issue. You notice that?
Well, no, but sometimes people like they don't know how to do something by themselves. They need then that's not the game for them.
Right.
Why if people can happily work by themselves, then this game will be great. I love this game. I love murder mysteries.
I do too.
I think it's a great game.
I agree.
So, there you go.
So Awkward Guests is...
And now that it's more available here in America, I think that's great. So...
Right. And the whole thing is people love Clue. Mm-hmm. And I love the idea of Clue.
Yep.
I think the execution of Clue was great when it was, but I think there's a lot more that can be done now. And this is it.
Yep.
This right here is a fantastic game.
Yep. I agree.
So, Awkward Guest, I will agree that is in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
All right, so now my number 3 is Camelot.
Oh, that was my honorable mention.
Yeah, Camelot. And I don't know, this is one that probably slipped through because I'm trying to figure out, I'm not putting in just beginner games that everyone loves. I'm looking ones that I can gauge how much they like games. This is just one everyone loves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why. I mean, I could say, I was like, maybe I'll say this is how they, if they like Downforce, but it's not true.
No.
This is just one that has slipped through the cracks because it is that good of a game.
Such a great game, this game.
If you want to show people what kind of great time they can have playing board games, it is Camel Up.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean... Those camels be crazy.
Those camels are nutty.
Oh, it is one of my favorite games out there to just introduce people. And it's honestly, end of the night, we just crack it open and we're doing Camel Up.
I think Camel Up has become a permanent fixture in our game room. It's always here because we don't even put it back on. Where it used to go, it's gone onto a different shelf.
It was just like 2 nights ago, basketball season just started. I had a buddy of mine over and he's full into sports, right?
Yeah.
He's just sports. But Camel Up is one that these other friends were our gaming group, and they said, you got to play Camelot. You know, you love sports. You got to try this. And during Camelot, he was standing on the end of the table, and he's like hooting and hollering. It was like, this is, and it was at the moment, and at that point, it was like the best game. All the camels were like 2 spots before the finish line. And then the black camel took him 5 back, and everybody just screamed, and it was exhilarating. And those are the moments that Camelot can give you.
Yep.
And it's out of print now. They got to get it back, ready back. So, but Camelot is my number 3.
Okay. Yep. I agree with Camelot.
And I will go into my number 2. So I'll let you do your number 2 next.
Okay.
My number 2 is Pandemic.
Oh, wow. I don't have any of the pandemics on my list. What was I thinking?
I know. Yeah. Pandemic is one of those that, again, we don't play it much.
No.
But it's one of those that, even if we don't play it, if we know they play that game. Because there are a lot of people that come to us and they're like, oh, we love board games. And of course you're waiting and they say, oh, we like Monopoly, we like all this. But if they say we like Pandemic, even if we don't play that with them, we now know kind of, okay, so they can kind of handle some of these things.
Yep.
So for us, or to play Pandemic with somebody, it is a good way to see. How they like it or how they don't. Now, we have a lot of gamer friends. We have some gamer friends that just do not like Pandemic.
No.
You know, we have the friends we played Clank Legacy with. We were going to play Pandemic Legacy with them, but they just don't like Pandemic.
Yep, and that's okay.
And that's okay. They just don't like it. So we'll focus on different Legacy games with them.
Yeah,
but
they like Gloomhaven. So
they love Gloomhaven. Yeah, so that's what we're going into with them. Yeah. But it is one of those gateway games that you can kind of hear if they like it, they are going to like different games in the hobby.
Yeah, I agree. My number 2 is Picture Perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Picture Perfect is your number 2?
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're all kind of like mushed together. So, they were just on my list.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, because I feel like that's a good game. Some people, we've played it many times with many different people. Some people have struggled with Picture Perfect. They get confused with how you're placing people.
Okay,
so if you're getting confused with how you're going to place people, because in my opinion, it's a very easy game. I don't mean to sound like a snob, right?
No.
But I like it because it doesn't hurt my brain, right? But there are some people who just get confused with how to place the people. So if they don't like placing those people, then you kind of can, go from there.
Okay, so you're kind of using this game as a barometer.
Yes.
You're kind of looking at it as, if you like this, if this is too much for you, then I kind of know where your level is.
Yep.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that because I would not have even thought to put this in a gateway game.
Yeah, I thought I would use it because it's pretty quick.
Huh.
And if you're going to like lose terribly in it either,
right.
So it's not like you've wasted a whole bunch of time gauging someone's kind of position. Yeah.
Okay. This is great.
Okay.
We've had no real crossovers at the same time. We've had a couple of crossovers
like
overall.
on our list.
Yeah. But that's okay. Awkward guess. That surprised me.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 was Pandemic.
Oh, Pandemic. Okay, sorry.
So now I'll just mention some honorable mentions that did not make the list, that barely did not make the list.
Okay.
One, of course, was Awkward Guest. I had on there.
Yep.
I also had Marvel United.
Uh-huh.
I had Loot and Run because
I didn't have that on my list.
That's a really fun one as far as showing them push your luck type of mechanics, and also small ones. I had Thanos Rising.
I had that on my list. I was an honorable mention.
Or Dark Side of Rising, whichever Rising you like better. But that's a very nice co-op type of game. And then I also had Splendor.
Okay.
Splendor is another one that
I didn't even have Splendor on my list at all. My honorable mentions were Thanos Rising.
Okay.
Which I realized since getting Marvel United, we have completely ignored Thanos Rising.
Yeah, I agree. We need
to go back to that, but that's just a side note. I had The Hunger.
Really? Okay. I like that. You didn't have Clank on your list, did you?
No, okay. I didn't. Then I had Camelot.
Okay, good.
And I also had Valley of the Kings.
I thought you were going to have that.
Yes.
Because,
because of the whole Egypt thing, I like that. And I do like how, because it is like hand management, deck building and stuff like that.
It is. There was the reason I did not put that on there is the tombing mechanic.
Yes, I was going to say, that's why it was an honorable mention and didn't end up on my list. People do get super confused by the whole like entombing them and stuff like that.
Right.
So I kind of left that because I was like, that'd be like a gateway game if I know they like Horrified. We played Smash Up, and then I'm like, okay, good. We can now do Valley of the Kings.
Yep, I agree with that.
But if they haven't like Smash Up, we had to really pull them through Horrified. Then Valley of the Kings is out.
Yeah.
There you go.
I agree. I love Valley of the Kings.
Me too. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so you're number 1. You go with your number 1 now?
Yeah, my number 1 is Space Base.
My number one is Space Base.
No way!
Seriously.
Seriously, yes.
That is our very first crossover, and we did not look at each other's list.
You know, all day we'd be talking about, like, what's on your list? And we're like, well, I don't want to tell you. We'll just talk about it on the podcast. Yes.
A second ago, whenever I said we have not had any crossover in the same numbers.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder if he's going to have that.
She has not put Space Base on her list. And I thought, it could be number one.
Yes,
and
it's my number one.
That is my number one, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so Space Base is one of those that is just fantastic.
Yep.
I love Space Base.
Me too. I love Space Base.
We have brought so many people into the hobby with Space Base. We have played Space Base just ad nauseum so many times.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, a friend of ours, it's actually a friend of ours in our gaming group, that her brother came down and we wanted to get him into board gaming. So he played Space Base. He played it again, played it at their house, kept playing it. And then he had to drive through, and they happened to be in Tennessee, and he was driving through Tennessee. He swung by just to play a couple of games of Space Base before he kept driving. It's just, Space Base is such an easy game, and it's so fun to play.
It's a great game to play. Yes.
Yeah,
it's fun. I don't feel like it's a long game.
Nope.
I really like it. I know some people get confused with the whole turning the card over, but once you've figured that out, you buy the card, turn the card over thing. Once you've got that, you're good. You can go.
It is. So it's funny how I'm kind of almost burnt out on it a little bit.
Yeah, I must admit, I love Space Base. We haven't played it in a long time.
No.
But because for a while there, we were playing it a lot.
And
I was like,
trying to get new people into our gaming groups, and Space Base was the kind of one.
And people kept hearing we were playing Space Base with these other people. So they're like, oh, we want to play Space Base with you. And like, oh, yeah. But now everyone's played Space Base, so we're good.
Yeah, we haven't actually gone to like Shy Pluto. We haven't gone to a lot of the expansions because we're bringing so many people into the hobby by playing Space Base that we've been playing the base over and over. But so Space Base, that's my number one too.
Yep. Okay.
That is our number. Wow, that is our number one gateway game. Okay.
There you go.
All right. So that is it. Those are our top 10 gateway games.
Let us know what you think.
Yes.
If you disagree with anything or think we should have, put something on there that we didn't.
Yep, and you can follow us on Instagram, message us there, or you can email us at show@mainlygames.com.
Yes.
And we are going to have some more YouTube videos coming out. And as we go closer in the holiday season, we're going to put a lot more of these games and top 10 lists up there. But let us know what you guys think your favorite gateway games are.
I'd be interested to know.
Games that you want to bring people into the hobby with. All right? So again, thank you guys so much, and I'm hoping to see some of you at Dice Tower Retreat tomorrow. It'll be very exciting. Tomorrow and Sunday are the 2 days I will be there, and I will give a full report back on
I'm excited.
How it went.
I'm a little jealous.
I know. Yeah, so
I have to work.
Yeah, she has to work. She's got an event. So
I have several events. I was like, no.
Yeah, so she'll be there Saturday night, though.
Yeah, I'll be there for a little bit. I'm going to come by Saturday night to say hi.
So excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. And again, we are going to see you next week.
Yes.
And email us any questions you guys have or what your thoughts are. We love to hear from you guys.
We do. It's awesome.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.